blaming myself. Maybe I'm not talented enough. Maybe I'm not a real songwriter. Or maybe some artists just have some magic brain I didn't have. But then I noticed something when I listened to my favorite R&B song. They wasn't using big dictionary words. They wasn't complicated. They were simple and they made me feel something. And guess what? That is when it hit me so bad. I wasn't struggling with lyrics. I was struggling with emotion. I was trying to. Let me ask you something real quick. Have you ever sit down to write a song? All of a sudden you start staring at your screen or you start staring at the notebook, then write one line, then clean that one line or delete the one line, then write another one, then do the same thing over and over again. And then somehow 40 minutes pass and you still haven't have one verse. Well, me too. I've been there a lot of time, and that is the purpose of this video, to help you, give you the right guide, to give you the right step and the right strategy to follow when writing a song. For the longest time, writing a lyrics feels like solving a math. Every word had to be perfect, every line had to sound deep, every rhythm had to impress somebody, and because of that, I finished almost nothing. But then I tried one simple emotional trick. It changed everything about how I wrote songs. So today, don't think of this as a lesson. Think of it like we are sitting in the same bedroom trying to come up with a song and trying to write a song from the start to the end. And I'm going to show you exactly what to do right now. And the funnest part about it is we are going to do this together. We're going to try together. We're going to work through it step by step together from start to finish. So if this is what you're interested in, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button so YouTube will show this video to more people who are interested in songwriting just like you. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. By the end of this video, you are going to watch me turn one simple emotion into a full and complete song. And this is what you don't want to miss. You are never going to feel stuck trying to come up with a word to write about or trying to come up with a verse. You are never going to feel stuck again by the end of this video. No fancy word, no poetic brain. Emotion first, words second. After emotion, then words follow. What's up guys, it's Oros right here. If you're new here, I'm just an artist figuring it out in real life, finding what worked and what did not, and I'm sharing my journey alongside with you on here on my YouTube channel. So if this is what you're interested in, make sure to subscribe so we can grow together, and click the like button because most people who are interested in this video are going to see it. And how are they going to see it? Is through your help and support. Now in this video, we're going to divide it into sessions. So when we divide it into sessions, each sessions we're going to cover each and every strategy you will need to write your next song when you're trying to write the next song after you watch this video. We're going to cover session 1, which is the struggle. I know this struggle might be related to you guys, related to almost every artist, and this one is the related part. Let me tell you something so embarrassing. Last year I had a beat, I had a melody, I had an idea, but guess what? I couldn't finish a song. I had like 30 unfinished songs. No joke at all. Right there on my note or my voice note, I had them like idea 1, idea 2, idea 3, idea 4, idea 5, new. But guess what? None of them is finished. They are unfinished songs, close to 30 unfinished songs. I keep blaming myself. Maybe I'm not talented enough. Maybe I'm not a real songwriter. Or maybe some artists just have some magic brain I didn't have. But then I noticed something when I listened to my favorite R&B song. They wasn't using big dictionary words. They wasn't complicated. They were simple and they made me feel something. And guess what? That is when it hit me so bad. I wasn't struggling with lyrics. I was struggling with emotion. I was trying to sound smart. Now you see the mistake I was trying to do. I was trying to sound smart instead of trying to feel something. That is the problem and the struggle most artists go through. They are trying to sound smart on their lyrics, trying to use poetry, trying to use big words. Why the main goal was to feel something, to make your listeners feel something. That is the main goal. Now let's move on to session 2, the core idea. This is the shift that changed everything for me. Instead of asking what lyrics should I write, I start asking what emotion do I want to feel right now. Because think about it, nobody listens to your song and say, wow, those was very intelligent vocabulary choice. Nobody does that. Nobody cares. Nobody give a F, sorry to say, but nobody cares. What people care about is the feelings that song is giving to them. People might say, wow, this song hurts, This song feel warmth. This song make me remember her, or this song remind me of her. And that is what people are drawn to. Emotion always. So now before I write any song, I pick one emotion, just one, not 10, not a whole life story. One. It's either loneliness, jealousy, grateful, heartbroken, hopeful, but it has to be one emotion, because clarity creates better song. Whether you like it or not, clarity creates a better song. Clarity give your song a roadmap. Clarity give your song a direction on where your song is going. Now we are moving to session theory, the write with me experiment. Remember I said we are going to write together, right? Yes, this session theory is where we start doing all of that. All right, let's actually do this together. No theory, let's build this from scratch. Now I want you to pretend we are writing a song right here and right now. First step you have to do is to pick one emotion, not two. Remember I said one emotion gives your song clarity, is to pick one emotion. Now today let's choose missing someone, like missing somebody. That feelings, that late night feelings, I wish you were here feelings with me. You understand what I'm trying to say? Those late night feelings, I wish you were here with me feelings, missing someone. That's what we are going to work on. Step 2, don't write any lyrics yet. Now, describe these feelings like you are texting a best friend, like you are sending a message to a best friend. Describe this feeling in details. No poetic, just real talk. No need to add sweet poetic or nice vocabulary. Just a real talk like you are texting a friend, describing that to your friend. Let me give you an example of what I'm trying to say. I keep checking my phone even though I know they won't text me. I don't need to add poetic to that. I don't need to have big vocabulary, but the message is clear. You understand what I'm trying to say. You understand the feeling I'm trying to pass out. Now let's try another one and see what I'm trying to say. The bed feels bigger at night. Now you see, I'm kind of mourning her absence. Like we used to slide down on the same bed, right? But now she's no longer there, and now the bed feel bigger, right? I can roll all over, but before, if I roll, I can roll and just touch her body. But right now, the bed feel bigger. You see what I'm trying to say? This is where the lyrics come from, not from let me rhyme something cool. Let me make this word rhyme with this word. Let me make this word sweeter, and let me make this word sound melodic. That is not where it come from. Your lyrics come from real feeling, describing the real feeling, one emotion. That is where your lyrics come from. Now, step 3, turn those sentences into a singable line. You got it, right? I know you got it. You are going to turn the sentence into a singable line. Now, let me give you an example of the previous sentence I make, which is the bed feels bigger at night can become something like this. The bed feel bigger when you are not here. You see what I do, right? I turn the bed feel bigger at night into the bed feel bigger when you are not here. I turn it into a singable line. I don't need to rhyme words together. I have to bring out the feelings. That is what people are more connected to, the feelings. You can see right there, I'm not trying to bring big poetic. That is simple. It's still human. That is what humans feel day to day when they go through breakup, or when they miss someone, or when someone leaves them. That is human. That is real. And that is what people are connected to, not poetic big words. Or I keep checking my phone can become something so singable, like I still check my phone thinking you might call. You see what just happened there? That is real. That is what people are more connected to, not those big grammar. That is where the emotion comes from, and where you start to write from, to make your listener more connected to you. And notice something. We didn't force any clever line, but we already have half a verse. That's the trick. Emotion first, lyrics seconds, or words seconds. Now we are moving on to section 4. Why this work, or why do this pay off? There's actually a psychology behind this. When you're trying to sound smart, your brain goes into thinking mode, and thinking mode equals slow, and slow equals self-doubt, and you keep on doubting yourself. And before you know, you might not finish like 4 to 5 to 10 songs, just like as I did finish like 30 songs listed on my draft without even me going back to them. So what am I trying to say is that emotion first, then word second. Thinking mode equals slow, and slow equals self-doubt. Emotion first, because emotion is always going to win. That is why when you are sad, lyrics comes easily, because you are feeling that emotion right there, right now. That is why when you're sad, or maybe when you're in some kind of situation, it's easy to write lyrics than when you're just feeling like writing or when you just want to write than when you're in the state of emotion. Now let's move on to session 5, and this session 5 is my biggest mistake. And why I'm adding this session is I don't want you to make this mistake. And if you know you don't want to make this mistake, you need to pay attention to this session right before we even start. So you need to pay attention. I wanted people to hear my song and say, wow, it's so deep, it's so poetic, it's so smart. That is what I've been doing for years, and I've been trying to sound smart for people to recognize me for doing that in my lyrics. But now, I would rather love people to walk up to me and say, bro, this your song is my life. It make me feel this way, it make me feel some certain way, it make me feel these feelings I've been hiding for so years. And that is what a song really means. Emotion comes first, then lyrics or words follow. That is the big mistake. And if you don't want to make that mistake, don't try to sound smart, don't try to impress people with your lyrics. Let your emotion come first and words later. And after those words come, you turn those words into singable melody or harmony. Now for a quick recap, I'm going to recap everything for you so you can start writing your next song ASAP after you finish watching this video. 1. Pick one emotion, just one emotion, not two. Pick one emotion. Step 2. Write messy, honest sentence. Yes, you pick one emotion, you write, even if it's messy, write a messy, honest sentence to that emotion. Step 3. Shape them into a lyrics. You see those messy, honest sentences you have taken, you have written down. Shape them into a lyrics. Shape them into a lyrics you can sing to. Step 4. Don't overthink. You don't have to overthink it. Becoming a great songwriter, you don't have to overthink, because overthink equals slow and slow equals self-doubt. Remember, if you are still here right now, I want you to try this tonight, not tomorrow. Right here, tonight. Open your book or open your laptop, open your tab. Pick one emotion. Write 3 honest sentences, then turn them into a lyrics. If this feels helpful, don't forget to like, comment what you write below on the comment section, and subscribe. And make sure to turn on that notification bell so YouTube will notify you anytime I post videos on this channel.